What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Dr. Will, and you guys know the deal. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Welcome to tonight's Masterclass. I'm talking to speakers, authors, leaders, and consultants tonight. So if that's you, if you know a speaker, author, or a consultant, make sure you tag them in this video, share this video out. We've been doing these master classes for the last 4 days. I told you I was going to do 5 master classes for you this week. So we have one more tomorrow. So this is master class number 4. This is master class number 4. And I'm doing this because we have our first live event coming up in January the 11th through the 13th. Master the Mic is my first live event since the pandemic. And I just wanted to give you a taste of the type of information that's going to be going down for Master the Mic. So as you're coming in, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Will. I am a best-selling author of over 50 books. I'm an international speaker. I'm the #1 coach for 6- and 7-figure speakers in the industry. And so I want to share with you, the speaking industry has been so good to me in my life. I want to share this information with you, help you accelerate your success, help you accelerate your business. So I see you guys coming in. I see Texas coming in. If you guys see me looking back and forth, it's because I have both my online families here. I got Facebook, I got Instagram here. So that's why I'm looking back and forth. I want to make sure I give everybody some love. So I see Cinnamon from Texas. I see Illinois in the house. I see Baltimore in the house. Who else is in the house? You know, if you follow me, guys, I love to see where we get connected from all around the world. So let me know. I'm reading my screen here. I see you guys. I see Phoenix coming in. I see New York coming in. I see North Carolina coming in. So wherever you guys are in the world, let me know what city, what state, what country. I see New England coming in. I see Virginia here. So wherever you are in the world, come on in. We're going to get down to it. I'm going to invest about 30 minutes with you, no more than 30 minutes with you tonight, sharing with you how you can earn an extra 50K in your business, how you can earn an extra 50K in your business. So come on in here once again. If you know someone that's a speaker who is thinking about being a speaker, who's aspirational about being a speaker, go ahead and tag them in this video. Thank you, Phoenix, for chiming in. I see Inglewood up to some good out in California chiming in. So if you know a speaker, author, or consultant, or a leader, please tag them in this video. Get them so they can get this information. If this is your first night with us, remember this is video number 4. I see Orlando popping up in here. This is video training number 4. So I've done 3 other videos. You can catch them right on my page. Go check them out. We've talked about some great things over the last 3 evenings. And so we're going to get right into being earning an extra 50K in your business. So let me ask you guys something. There's a phrase that McDonald's uses every time you order, or the majority of the time that you order. There's a phrase that McDonald's uses that has generated billions and billions and billions of dollars for them. How many of you know what that phrase is? If you think you know what that phrase is, type it in the chat. There's a phrase that the majority of the time you go to McDonald's, they use this phrase, and this phrase has generated them billions of dollars. Type in the chat if you know what that phrase is. Somebody tell me what that phrase is. If you know, this phrase has generated them billions of dollars. And we're going to piggyback off of that. We're going to piggyback off of that phrase for our own business. All right. I see you guys typing in. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm liking it. Okay. Let me see some more. Let me see some more before I tell you what that phrase is. McDonald's uses this phrase to the tune of billions of dollars, and you can use it in your own business. All right. I see. I'm loving it. I see. Would you like anything else with that? I see someone saying upsize. All right. All right. So here's the deal, because this strategy is a strategy that you can use in your business. And I'm going to give you the strategy that I've used in my business. You deserve a break today. All right. That is one of the phrases that they use. But here's the phrase that McDonald's has used over the years that generate them billions and billions and billions of dollars. It's, would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that? How many of you remember? Give me some emojis if you remember now hearing that. Would you like fries with that? Shoot me some emojis if you remember that, if that sounds familiar to you. Would you like fries with that? You ordered a drink, you ordered a burger. If you don't order a meal, whenever you don't order a meal, whatever you order, if you just order the sandwich, they're going to always ask you, would you like fries with that? So in business, in the business arena, what we call that is an upsell. What we call that is an upsell. And when you get into this psychology, when you get into the psychology of selling, when you get into the psychology of selling, and when you get into studying your client base, your customer base, statistics show that at the point of a sale, your client is more apt to buy another product from you at the point of sale. So what do I mean by that? This is when your client is going to be the more warmer to buy from you. So give me an example. If I sold you something and then I came back next week and asked you, would you like something else? You're probably not going to buy it next week. But if I ask you at the point where you're getting ready to buy something from me that you already wanted, it's easier for me to sell you something else. So that's when you go into Foot Locker, when you go into Nike, when you go into any store that sells shoes, usually they're going to say, do you need some socks with that? Because it's more likely that you'll buy the socks when you're buying the shoes. It's more likely that you'll buy the socks when you're buying the shoes. So in your business, and I'm talking about from the perspective of speakers and consultants and authors, I want you to think about this. So when you're selling, exactly, Leroy says when you go to the grocery store, that's why they have the candy and they have the gum and they have right there that upsell. And you may not think about it, but think about this when you go to the grocery store. How much more money do you think they earn by having that candy right there? Where that little kid can see it, when that parent is buying for groceries and that kid sees that gum, they see that candy bar and they say, Mom, can I get the candy bar? And that dollar that you're about to spend on that gum or that candy, that dollar generates millions of dollars for that company. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for some company, millions of dollars for other companies, depending on the size that you are. But at the point of sale, this is when your client is going to be the most ready to buy the next thing from you. So how does this work for you and I? And the principle I'm going to share with you tonight is a principle that I've used in my business to generate every year for the last 10 years, at least, at the minimum, at least 50K in my business. So I'm a speaker. I've been a professional speaker for 20 years now. And when I implemented this into my business, it added literally from year number one, when I implemented it, an extra 50K at the minimum every single year in my business. So what is my phrase? Like McDonald's phrase, would you like fries with that? What is my phrase as a speaker? My phrase is, would you like a book with that? Would you like a book with that? So every time a client hires me to speak, every time a client hires me to speak, my upsell has been, you know what? I think your audience would love to walk away with a book. And I'm willing to sit in the back of the room and sign each of the books for them as they leave. What do you think about that? That question right there, would you like a book with that keynote? Would you like a book with that keynote? Has generated me at the minimum 50K every single year. So let me tell you, if you're getting ready to speak to 50 people, right? If you're getting ready to speak to 50 people, let me get out my handy dandy calculator. I love this handy dandy calculator. And there's 50 people that you're getting ready to speak to, and your books are $20. That would be an extra $1,000 right there. If I'm just speaking to a group of 50 people and I can get the organizer to purchase and invest in a book. So this is above and beyond what they're getting ready to pay me, above and beyond what they're getting ready to pay me as a speaker. I can now add an extra $1,000. And the numbers just get better. If there's an audience of 250 times $20, that's $5,000 right there. That's $5,000 right there. If I do this 10 times a year, to an audience of 200 plus, that's 50K right there. Now I want you to think about this. If you could add an extra 50K a year to your business, what would that do to your bottom line? What would that do to your bottom line? Now, we're just talking about selling this to your clients that you speak for. We're not even talking about you selling books on your website, selling books when you do a book tour or anything like that. I'm just saying, just when you do that upsell, when you're talking to your clients, would you like a book with that? That phrase right there, just as it has earned McDonald's billions of dollars, that one phrase, would you like fries with that? And the reason why McDonald's earns so much money, from that phrase is because the margins on the French fry is about a 70 to 80% margin. So you may pay $3 for those fries, and those fries cost McDonald's maybe 30 cents. Maybe 30 to 35 cents. The same way for a book. For those of you that have written a book, you guys know you order your books, you order them at bulk. It's going to be a lot cheaper than the $20, $25 that you're selling the book for. So the margin right there is so humongous that you would be crazy not to implement this. So if you already have a book, and you're not doing this, You need to make this a part of your practice. When you're negotiating your contract, when you're talking to a new client, you need to every single time. If you have a book, but the book doesn't quite go along with your keynote or what you're servicing them, then you need to go write a book. You need to go write a book that goes along with your keynote. Now, let me tell you what else a book does for you. And let me share this. These are some of the concepts that I'm going to be teaching at Master the Mic Live. These are some of the concepts that I'm going to be showing the participants that invest in Master the Mic Live. I'm going to show you how to ninja your business. I'm going to show you where there's hidden revenue in your business that you're overlooking, is hidden business in your hidden revenue in your business that you're overlooking. And I'm going to teach you how to pull it out. So January the 11th through the 13th, for 3 days, you're going to be locked in a room with me, trapped in a room with me. And I'm telling you, I'm about to bring the guns blazing. So only for 20 people am I doing this, because I'm going to be working with you one-on-one to create your master keynote, to create your $1 million keynote. I can't work with a lot of people, so we're keeping it to 20 people so I can give your keynote the attention that it needs. I'm going to teach you how to look at your life, how to look at your skill set, how to look at your knowledge, and craft out a keynote that is going to generate you revenue. And I'm going to be sharing at Master the Mic. I'm going to share with you the 3 words that is going to separate you in the industry. For those that join me, I'm going to share with you 3 words that you need to implement into your business that is going to make all the difference. When I figured this out 12 years ago, it separated me from the masses of speakers. It separated me from everybody in the industry for those that did not know these 3 words. Matter of fact, I was just doing an interview with one of my good buddies earlier today, who's a Hall of Fame speaker, one of the best in the world. And he shared this same principle today. And so we talked about that, and we just talked offline how much this principle has transformed our business and enabled us to separate ourselves from the pack. And I'm going to be sharing this with you. So if you don't have a book, we have a program that I'm going to be sharing with those that come, how to write a book in 30 days. I've helped over now 300 authors write their book in less than 30 days. I've written over 50 books. We have a process. We have a system that we teach you that allows you to write a book a lot faster. You're going to have access to that when you come to Master the Mic. When you come to Master the Mic Live, I see Dr. Sorelda. She's taken that course. She's written several books. And so I see others on here that have taken that book program, and they've been successful in writing books as well. I'm telling you, this is the upsell that you want to attach to your business. This right here, this one upsell, just this one upsell. Would you like a book with that? Now, let me tell you what else it does. Not only are you now able to upsell from your keynote, but now the audience is able to walk away with you. See, if you just leave the stage, what you're hoping is that they're going to remember you. But when they have a book, let me ask you guys something. How many of you in the last 3 years, if you've received a book, gotten a book, bought a book, have thrown that book away? More likely than not, you haven't. How many of you in the last year have gotten a card from somebody, but you've thrown it away? See, most people don't throw a book away. They'll throw a card away, but they won't throw a book away. I see Dr. Sean Harris. He said he wrote 33 books from taking the course. The event is in Phoenix, Arizona, January the 11th through the 13th. Go to masterthemiclive.com. Get one of the spaces, masterthemiclive.com. January 11th through the 13th. Get out of that cold weather. I was looking at some of the weather reports from around the country. Man, you guys are at 7 degrees below 7 degrees below zero temperatures. Get out that cold weather. Come here to beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, where God vacations, and come hang out for 3 days. Get thawed out from that cold weather and come hang out with us at Master the Mic. So listen, when we talk about writing this book, not only is it one of the best upsells, but let me tell you what else it does. Yeah, somebody's saying, yeah, weather is horrible in Chicago. Yeah, get out of Chicago. Come here to Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, get out of that horrible weather. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. But let me tell you what else. When you come off the stage and the person now has your book, this has become, for me and my business, one of the best marketing tools ever. Because on these pages, let me tell you on these pages, let me just show you guys what happens when you write the book. So now look at this. Look what I get to do when I write a book. So I have an event we do 3 times a year. It's called Give Me the Mic. So what do I get to do with my book? I get to now advertise Give Me the Mic. I get to advertise. What else do I get to do? I get to advertise my speaking business in the book. So this person now, if they have the business, if they have a business that they could bring me to, they now have my information here. They now have my events here. Guess what? I can now promote my other books in the book. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Let me give you just another ninja thing that I do. Let me just give you another ninja thing that I do. I can take this book and I can go to a company and I can say, hey, I'm getting ready to go speak. And I've done this several times. Hey, I'm getting ready to go and speak, and I'm getting ready to go speak to about 500 people. Would it be advantageous? Would it be advantageous for you to get in front of 500 people? And they say, yeah, it would be advantageous for me to get in front of 500 people with their business. Well, because we have a publishing company and we control our own printing and publishing and all like that, I can include a page in here and have that company sponsor the book. And I can put a sponsorship page in here and say, this book is sponsored by XYZ company. They wanted to give you a gift. Here's their information. If you use their services, you'll get a 10-15% discount. Now that business has their advert inside my book. That's just another ninja strategy that I use with books. There's so many things that you can do with a book. And this is why I promote this to all of our students that are part of our academy, to have a book, because there's so many genius things you can do with a book. It's somebody just typed, it's the best business card ever. It's the best business card ever, because people are not going to throw a book away. Let me tell you what else you can do when you write a book. It will allow you to get into different markets. When you write a book, it'll allow you to get into different markets. So for instance, I have a book that's for real estate professionals. I wrote a book for real estate professionals, a motivational book. It's like a 31-day journal. That's a segment, a group that I talk a lot to, a lot of real estate professionals and a lot of real estate groups. And so I wrote a book for them. And so now I become an expert in their field because I'm an author. See, author means authority. right? And so when you lead with a book, and you say, hey, I wrote a book about your industry. Now that separates you from all the other speakers that they could possibly hire. They're going to hire the speaker that wrote a book about their industry, or a book that will support members of their industry. It's one of the best things going. So when you come to Master the Mic Live, we're going to sit down and I'm going to show you this, how that you literally, with your $1 million keynote and with your book, how you literally can build a business that you love. This industry, this speaking industry has been so good to me. And when you learn how to do it right, it is one of the highest paid professions literally in the world. There's not too many professions that will pay you thousands of dollars an hour to come and speak, to come and do something for an hour. As a speaker, a consultant, as an author, you position yourself to do that. Let me ask you guys something. Why do you think Kevin Hart, Michelle Obama, who else? Charlemagne the God, Gary V. Why do you think they have all written books? Why do you think a person like a Kevin Hart, he's already one of the top comedians out there. Why do you think he would write a book? Why do you think Michelle Obama, former First Lady of the United States of America, why do you think she should write a book? Why do you think she wrote a book? It's one of the best upsells. She wanted to bring thousands of people together. What was the best way to do it? She wrote a book and then she said, let's come talk about my book. Kevin Hart wanted to expand his brand. See, there's people that would read his book that would have never been introduced to his comedy. They wouldn't have watched his comedy. They weren't aware of him. But because he became a best-selling author and people love to read, that's how they got introduced to him. See, you got to watch the market. People are not doing stuff just to be doing stuff. There's always a reason why someone's doing something. And so when you see successful people doing something, success leaves clues. If writing a book, Pinky, there's another Pinky Cole, Slutty Vegan, just wrote a cookbook. There's a reason why success leaves clues. And so you got to watch for these clues. There's a reason why the best, the top earning comedian would write a book. There's a reason why the former First Lady would write a book. There's a reason why all of them do that. There's a reason why. They're not just doing it because they want to write a book. They're not just doing it because they want to write a book. It's to expand their brand. And so if you want to expand your brand and you want to add extra revenue to your bottom line, then you've got to write a book and then you got to lead with that book. Whole movements have been created because of books. Think about diets. When they want to get a fad diet out there, what do they lead with? They lead with a book. They lead South Beach Diet. It was a book. They always lead with a book. And so if you want to position yourself, somebody just wrote it, you want to position yourself as an expert. You want to separate yourself. If it comes down to you or another speaker and you have a book, it's just going to position you as a person of more value. Because now I just want you to think about when you come to the stage, they could say Will Moreland or they could say best-selling author Will Moreland. Which one sounds more appealing? Which one in the crowd's mind is going to have more credibility? We like to invite Will Moreland to the stage or best-selling author or author Will Moreland. That word author, authority, people, oh, okay, they wrote a book on this. Let me listen. They must know what they're talking about. They wrote a book on it. It positions you. It puts you in the driver's seat. And so if you don't have a book, make 2023 the year that you write your book. And if you really want to learn what type of book to write and which book you should write, make sure you come to masterthemiclive.com, January 11th through the 13th, right here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, guys. Right here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to have an amazing time. Got some other surprises for you for those of you that are coming in that's going to hang out with me. It's going to be worth your while. So, guys, that's what I want to share with you this evening. This little ninja strategy. Add a book to it. Add a book to it. Add a book to it. And you may be a service professional. If you're a realtor, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, a dentist, a chiropractor, if you're a CEO, add a book to your resume. Add a book to your resume. When you can give this to your potential clients, if you're a realtor and you could write a book, 25 things to avoid when selling your house. 25 things to do to make your house sell faster. And you just hand that book out. Just think about it. You hand that book out to potential clients. That by them reading that book, think about your commission. What's your commission when you sell a house? So just think about every time you handed out 10 books, what if you could get one of them to convert, right? You could, once again, have your information. If you're looking to sell your home, if you're looking to buy a home, I would love to work with you, and you're able to put that in the book. And so now they have a reference point. Oh, where's that realtor that gave me that book? Where's that realtor that gave me that book? And they go reference your book. And so just think about if you could convert one out of every 10 books you gave out to an individual buying a house from you or selling a house or using you to sell their house, how much would that be to you? How much would that be to you? Right? So think about it, guys. So once again, Master the Mic Live right here. Listen, we talked earlier about for those of you in that cold weather, but if you're on the West Coast, if you're in Arizona, if you're in California, if you're in Nevada, if you're in Oregon, if you're in Utah, if you're on the West Coast, you need to be here. January 11th through the 13th, you need to be at Master the Mic. I'm telling you, you need to be at Master the Mic. January 11th through the 13th. Go to masterthemiclive.com and listen, plug in, guys. 2023, let me tell you this. I research the industry every single day, all day. 2023 is going to be a breakout year for speakers, and you want to position yourself because we're just coming off the pandemic. Companies have canceled for the last year, or they've been on virtual for the last 2 years. Now they're coming back with a vengeance. And so they're going to be looking for speakers. So if you want to be able to position yourself as a speaker that is cream of the crop, then get to Master the Mic, because I'm going to teach you how to create a master keynote, $1 million keynote. I'm going to teach you the three things that you need to implement into your speaking business that will take your business to the next level. And then I'm going to teach you how to write the right book that attracts the right clients, that puts you ahead of the class, And so, masterthemiclive.com, Phoenix, Arizona, 11th through the 13th, 3 days. You're going to get to hang out with me. You don't want to miss this, guys. All right. Tomorrow, we're doing one more class, the last class. Tomorrow, we're going to do 5 of these master classes. Go on my page, look at the other classes, share some brilliant information with you guys. I want to make sure you guys go to the next level. Once again, this industry has literally given me everything that I wanted, how to provide for my family, and enabled me to travel literally all around the world. So I want to give you that gift as well. So you got to lock in, invest in yourself, invest in your business. Meet me in Phoenix, Arizona, January 11th through the 13th for masterthemiclive.com. All right, guys, have a great evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our last masterclass.